That beginning of April Fool.
Hmm?
That beginning of April Fool. Is if people don't get like
Rico. Oh
Rico.
yeah, I saw it. Woman fell. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tuesday morning. Oh yes. What a way to say good morning. Thank God for the gift of life, man. A new month. A new innovation. Good morning. Welcome to the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show. 961. The heart and soul of Liberia. Today is the 1st of April. The famous April's Fool. April 1, 2025. Seeing a new month. Dear God, thank you, man. Thanks for the gift of life. Good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. This is the TBS. The love of liberty. The love of liberty matters, yeah? Let justice be done to all. Good morning, April 1. 7 incredible April Fool's Day from history. And I'm just going to rumble you through in a half hour. Morning motivation, the washing of the lions in 1698. People were tricked into attending the washing of the lions at the Tower of London. That makes it one of the oldest known prank in the historical records. Prank number 2, Big Ben's go digital. In 1980, the BBC World Series announced that London famous landmark was getting a facelift. The broadcaster told listeners that the tourist tells the time. And when people find out that indeed it was a prank, that was just two. I'm heading up for the famous word. I'll tell you what Marka did this morning. That made tell one go to place a phone call to me. And say, is this the RCI news? The incredible color television hawk in 1962. And before television was in color in Sweden, the broadcaster bring listeners that they were about to go digital. Viewers all around the world was watching in order to find out, to know that there is a prank. There was a prank. And so history goes on and on and on and on. Another announcer announced there was a volcano eruption. A major earthquake have taken place. When people listen up to the radio, and then you have the shortwave, the FW, no internet. People listening out to the shortwave. The major earthquake had hit some part of the world. Wanted to find out there is a prank. There was a prank. Then I coming back to Liberia before I link up with Marka this morning. William V.S. Tubman waking up early morning and said, well, you have some foreign guests at the RIA. And the president left the Ashburn Street Executive Mansion, drove to the Ramos International Airport, waiting to receive the guests. Wanted to find out. There was an April Fool, man. Good morning. Yes, good morning. And Maka, good morning. The one cutting up with Fanati Kofa this morning, indeed, it was an April Fool. That was a very nice one. I know you had to crack your brain. So many things popping up.
Yes, absolutely. And I woke up this morning as early as 5:26, and I just sat on a bed and thought for long, and went straight to my WhatsApp and started to write the story.
Okay.
Yes, I wrote
Okay.
the story. I did a headline,
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple of minutes I said, okay, let me also write a disclaimer. So I wrote the disclaimer under.
One of it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why when I read the first script this morning,
Mm-hmm.
it was not complete. You didn't get a disclaimer when I read the first script.
Yes, yes.
So it was at the end
Mhm.
of the news now before I read the disclaimer. But I mean, that number is a tradition. April Fool. Let me tell you exactly what April Fool is. April Fool's Day, or they call it All Fool's Day, is an annual custom on 1 April consisting of practical jokes and hoaxes jokesters often expose their actions by shouting April Fool. So then on the news, we didn't have to shout to say April Fool, normally. So it's a normal, custom or traditional stuff. So we do this, to joke people. Yeah. So I don't know where this where this come from, but I mean it's something that we always do. A lot of people have done it. And but guess what, Onu? A lot of our followers believed the story about those who sent text messages this morning on
I
that
said, even
particular story.
Tell one coming, Council the Gongolo coming. Is that a repeat on? I said, no, Marka is live.
Yeah, so about 10 to 15% knew that it was April Fool, but I did not read their text reactions.
Okay.
The remaining 85% who believe I read their text reactions.
Okay.
So and in fact it was the hardest story that was reacted to through the text reaction this morning.
Oh wow.
And yes. So
wow.
And we have to provide a disclaimer that, well, ladies and gentlemen, it was just April Fool. Yes.
April Fool.
So the Couple said he will not resign until the right things are done.
Yes.
So he's still the speaker.
Legitimate.
Yes.
In battle.
Even though in battle, he's still the speaker.
If you feel fanatic over skin right now, it hurt every time because you know what it takes in battle. They hit you left, hitting you right.
I don't know whether somebody from the speaker's office listened this morning. They will have sent me text message.
Yes.
Or maybe they didn't listen.
I don't think so. So let me tell you what happened. Okay, but this is Bobby Addison motivation. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Bobby, I expect you an April Fool message this morning, man. Addison, man. You're chancellor guys, man. Yeah, so what happened on Sunday? The Minister of Finance played a football game.
Okay.
And he had the majority blood speaker. So once out of the city was saying that majority blood was the Minister of Finance. Like, very interesting. Yeah, man. But good morning again, man. It's great to see you back on a Tuesday.
Yes, good morning and good morning to all of us. Just that first one, our April Fool introduction. But sincerely, there's something that I mentioned it before, I think a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I'm still concerned about that. Liberia is becoming something else. I'm concerned about this thing. Mark Zuckerberg and others, they brought about this social media thing, for easier communication to connect people around the world. But the way we are using the social media, I think is becoming very negative.
Yeah.
It has become in Liberia here before, people used to care about each other so much. So much that when some people are into conflict or they even want to fight, people always come to separate people. When there are issues, maybe someone want to steal from you, people will come around and raise alarm, and at the end of the day, that will not happen. But these days, when negative things are happening to people, instead of people going to intervene, everybody rush to their Facebook Live and put a camera on. And we will watch one day in this country what is happening. If it doesn't stop, we will watch people killing people on Facebook Live.
Yes, we'll watch it.
We will see it. I think it is concerning. I don't think government need to take action. We just need to look deep in our heart and become the Liberians we once were. And become the Liberian people that we were before. Loving each other, caring about each other, caring about our country, caring about our neighbors. Everything is fading away. I don't know what is happening, but everything is fading away. No love, no care, no protection for each other. People stealing from someone, you will stand there and watch. They steal from the person is crying. Then you tell the person, say, we know that guy a role. When he was coming around you, we thought you were smart. Imagine, O'Neill.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Amen. We wanted to tell you, but we thought you were smart. But you didn't know, amen. Sorry, yeah. Is that the Liberia we used to live in? Why are we hating each other? Is it because of politics? Is it because of envy? Is it because of jealousy? Why are we hating each other? People fighting, and the thing you can do as an African, a Liberian, is to open your phone and go to social media so that you can go live. Say, hey, they are fighting, because everybody doing reckless commentary in a place. Oh, they are fighting here. They have stabbed this other person. Everybody that journalists in the country now. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, so just to follow up, what happened, the highest trending thing on the social media is this Kanye Wilson thing, right?
Yeah.
The video you saw on the Facebook, if just what you are saying, if our friends was going to stop it,
they were not going to
we're not
stop
going to
that.
see that kind of action.
Yeah.
But somebody have set the
The
camera
camera.
recording, and the argument was going back and forth. That's why you saw the kind of recordings that maybe someone just going to interfere. So, my leader thing. I think what happened in Thailand have happened. Let's move on. All right. So before she even went on to slap her friend. So the videos are trending on the social media, just like you said, we'll watch people killing people here in Liberia,
Yes.
and nothing will happen.
Yes.
And end of the day, police will just come and say we're investigating,
And I mean,
and that's how it will end.
and O'Neill will not end like that. Just with, because you know what will happen at the end of the day, you will be arrested too as an accomplice, because you stand there and watch somebody kill someone, and you were there video recording. You will be arrested. You will be prosecuted as someone who facilitated the crime.
Yeah.
It will happen in this country. Liberians, we need to change this thing. This behavior is bad.
So the person set the camera and said, so you are recording, you share all of my content on the Facebook, so I didn't, the national anthem, I didn't perform well. It's your business, going back and forth. And she came so close the next minute, the slap was releasing to a friend. Yeah. But if some of them who are there in that gathering was going to say, look, let's stop this thing.
Yes.
It was not going to end the way
intervene as a friend, make peace. No, you put your camera on.
The country is getting bad.
You put your camera on to see people making conflict with the hope of somebody will slap someone, and it happened.
It happened.
And you happen and say, I capture it.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
What you benefited from that? You have the highest view rate.
Yeah.
And the bloggers who are running with it.
And some of you all the view and comment, you're looking for Facebook, not paying your rack.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Other people make
you're
money.
You're just wasting people's time. It's so unfortunate, man.
Yes, let's go ahead. 6 minutes down in the clock. Today is Tuesday, April Fool. Thank you so much. Good morning to His Excellency President Boykai, member of the Rule of Law Caucus. Good morning. The majority bloc. Good morning. Yes, the by-election. Nima is getting hard day by day. 21 days to the election. We'll be doing the countdown beginning today.
Yes.
Let's see what I have this morning.
Yes. What do we have this morning? It's April 1, 2025, and this show is proudly sponsored by EcoBank Liberia Limited, a Pan-African bank, and Orange Liberia, the biggest GSM company in the country. Health tips come out shortly with David Coty this morning, followed by the review of the local dailies. We are now seeing many of the papers this morning. NEC finally released the listing for qualified candidates for the NEMA by-election, with the exclusion of Justin Opayezia. That's the only man who is not there, right?
Nothing. Yeah. The rest you see on Facebook are April Fool.
Yeah. So again, UL President Lady Mapayan, Dr. Lady Mapayan, recognizes suspended NAFA boss Emma Glasgow for her contribution, especially to the Fisheries College.
Yes, the Fisheries College.
During the dedication ceremony. Bapolu County is the hot spot. Only wants to call it the home of illicit mining.
Yes, the home.
Yeah, hot spot of illicit mining in the country. What is the ministry doing about that? And other stakeholders. We'll talk about that. Smallholder farmers calling on the Ministry of Agriculture to publish listing of those farmers who benefited from the MOU on the tricycle. Again, at 8:30 to 9 this morning, World Hope International Christian Relief and Developmental Organization that works in Liberia with vulnerable and exploited people and community will be our guest this morning to talk about the organization and the upcoming event. They will sit on the first segment of the show, 10 after 9, sports, entertainment, commercials brought to you by EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. At 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, we will play host to members and executives of the Liberian National Bar Association, or the team will be headed by the Secretary General of the bar. The National Secretary General, Councillor Elijah Fokia, will be our guest this morning on the last segment of the show. They talk about several issues concerning the rule of law and a bar upcoming assembly.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll have members of the LMBA here on the last segment of the show this morning. In the midst of all, country first, and we need to learn to put up the cameras and intervene and make peace with our people.
Country first.
Yes.
Great. Let's have health tip. David Coty is kind of the health tip. April Fool. Who did we able to fool at this time? Yes. Let's bring on David. I have a prayer for you. I want to play something. David Abbas, good morning to you. Welcome, David Kote. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to the late Baptist Dickinson also.
Mhm.
Good to hear from you guys.
Mhm.
One thing you didn't mention, I was appointed by Uncle Joe to a particular position, and the public needs to know that. But can I announce it now after the show?
Okay.
Okay.
So if you think it's April Fool, you must sit down there.
Okay.
LBS Director General. We, we just got a letter. It said LBS Director General David Kuti.
You want to replace Vago on your birthday? Abbas, listen to this. Listen to this. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We don't have much time. Listen up to this.
I will be back. With these parting words, God willing, I will be back. God bless you.
People get hope.
It pleases my heart when I hear that voice. Man, look, the prayer that you put the other day, please send it to me so I can use it to my morning prayer always. That guy's voice pleases my heart. Oh yes, I will be back. God willing.
Abbas.
God willing.
One day, President Blaga to say to the National Bureau of Concession, but the noise that they're not easy.
No, the Karate one to my
Karate the Bureau?
Yeah, my brother, every day. When my man came for the karate, the other people that gave judo, I am.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first apologize to the public because my health tip yesterday was bizarre. It wasn't really good. And I like to apologize to the public. My man got me back in the car here and I got a shot on the radio. Okay. So I'm repeating the topic for yesterday, please. The fuel filter in your car cleans fuel before it reaches the engine. It's the same thing with your body. Your kidney filters waste from the blood before it goes to the body and then back to the heart for circulation. That's the job of the kidney, to clean the blood before it can be used for the body. Now, the waste removed from the blood by the kidney becomes urine or pee. By the time the kidney cleans the blood, what comes out now is waste. Well, it will be called a pee now. It turns into a pee. And then the pee goes to the bladder, and from there it's ready to get out. So make sure your kidney or kidneys are always in good condition, because one of two things will happen if there's a kidney failure. And I have told you before, and I repeat today, your kidneys are part of the 5 organs that are vital for survival. All of your 78 organs are very important, but 5 of them are vital for survival. The kidney is one of them. And I said kidney or kidneys because some people have 2, some people have 1. When 2,000 babies are born around the world, one of them is born with 1 kidney. So some people are moving around with 1 kidney. So be careful. If you have only 1, you don't know what it damages or you ain't problem. Now, when a kidney is damaged, one of 2 things will happen. 1, you will need a dialysis. It is a machine that does the same work that the kidneys can do. But it's very expensive. It's thousands of dollars every year to maintain it. Number 2, kidney transplant will take place if your kidney is damaged. Or because one of them will be damaged and the other one will be working while they're working another one. So if your kidney is damaged, if you can't do the dialysis, you do the kidney transplant. That is taking out the damaged kidney and replacing it with a new one from a dead person or a living person. You always get a dead body. I don't know how you manage it. So it is either a dead person's kidney or a living person. Some people can donate it. They can donate one to a relative or somebody good that they love, that is suffering from kidney problem. They got 2, it working well. They say, well, I would donate one of mine. They can happen. It happens around the world. Or a dead person's kidney. Some people donate their kidneys while they're alive. They say, when I die, you'll take it out and keep it. And it can only last for 36 hours. They're not something they're going to keep for 1 year or 1 week. It's going to 36 hours. Now, the kidney transplant from a living person can last for 20 to 25 years. If somebody donates a kidney to you, a living person, that kidney will last for 20 to 25 years. A kidney from a dead person will last for 15 to 20 years. So that's not bad. Now, I know he clear to like now. What are those signs that you can see to know that you got a kidney problem? Number one, fatigue and weakness. Number two, swelling in the feet, face, or ankle. Number three, shortness of breath. Number four, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite. And number five, persistent itching. When people say, my skin scratching, no, it can be itching, then you scratch it. Remember this, HIV and AIDS are not the same, but they are related. Oh yeah, they are brothers and sisters, brother and brother. They are related. Get tested today for HIV because it can lead to, it can lead to AIDS. HIV, if it is not treated or detected early and treated, it can lead to AIDS. And AIDS is a much more severe stage of the virus. It can destroy the immune system, and that can lead to death. God willing, I will be back. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
You really missed it up.
You missed it all.
Yeah.
They did put it outside.
What we had to
They
do with
will not sleep.
Yes, let's get a review of the paper. David, thank you so much. The help is a regular feature right here on the Breakfast Show. Let's find out what's making news from the print media. Yes, well, just two local dealers we have in our possession this morning. Tuesday and Thursday, we say most of the papers, I don't know, they are not coming out regularly. But let's have the Inquirer newspaper is our first stop. What's on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper? On the newsstand for $40 Liberian dollars. Who's stealing whose vision? It's a question mark. Eugene Nambwe says President Marka is stealing his vision. Well, who's to do whose vision? Yeah, you can grab a copy of the inquiry and read the rest of the story this morning. Electrical glitches, not fuel shortage. LAA management restores power supply at the Rabos International Airport. Yes, it's a sub-lead story on the front page of the inquiry. Yes, power supply restored at the Rabos International Airport. Jerome Mensko, the head of the Rabos International Airport, is captured. Yeah, two candidates complain elections laws violation as NET declared campaign open in Nimba. Fangalo, Edith Gongaware is also here. Well, I'm seeing the picture of Deviator Brown. Lasana capture on the front page of the Inquirer. Let's go to the back page and see what's on the back page. The back page of the Inquirer have passion for your chosen career. Ambassador Wisa speaks at Rakes Institute. Is this Mandina? Yes, this is Mandina Wisa. Yes, Mandina Wisa speaks at Rakes Institute. It's on the back page here of the Inquirer this morning.
Yes, let's go for the front page Africa newspaper. On the front page, it says deepening political division. Deepening political division. Ex-President Weah's office refutes allegations of withholding presidential vehicle, accuses Unity Party government of taking undue credits. Well, let me read a summary of what is written here. It said there is nothing new that the current government is doing. Instead, they are continuing works initiated by the past government and is taking the credit without referencing the originator of these projects or works. Well, who are saying this? Len Eugene Nangbe,
Okay.
The chief of staff to the office of the former president, says that on front page Africa. The sub-lead story: mixed reactions greet VP Kun's endorsement of Koga in Nimba by election. Divisive political movement. This is what front page Africa is reporting. Divisive political movement. Mixed reactions greet VP Kun's endorsement of Koga in Nimba by election. Still on the front page Africa newspaper, in dire circumstances, intern doctors of pharmacy plan protests over unpaid stipends. Where is that coming from? You can grab a copy of this paper to read the details. Misleading and diabolical Liberia Council of Churches denounces fake statement circulating on social media. And finally, excluding young people. Uh, Advocate calls for youth inclusion in local government. Well, this is the final story on the front page Africa newspaper. This paper is sold for just $40 Liberian dollars.
Yes, indeed, you have the papers, $40. Get a copy of the paper and read the rest of the story. Thank you so much. This is the TBS. It's 80 minutes down. 8 o'clock. We hope to make it in time. Our first segment guest already in studio.
Mm.
But the show is brought to you by Orange Liberia Echo Bank. The Prime African Bank is proud to be associated with the TBS. Professor Anansi, see nothing, man. Good morning to you. Yeah, what kind of scary text message you sent? Anyway, but let's just say something that is very important. When you take up leadership, taking over, recognizing work of someone who have done extremely well to ignore it is not a good thing. And this morning, I want to say thank you to the president of the University of Liberia for recognizing the work of the suspended NAFA boss, Emma Mitier Glasgow. She was addressing faculty, students at the University of Liberia, recognizing the contribution of the establishment of the Fisheries College at the state-run University of Liberia. And if I care to play this piece of thing, this is what we call responsible leadership. Look, like you have said this morning, politics, sports, everything. Despite Emma is having a tough time, but my parent knows that with all Glasgow innovation, this fishery college would not be established at a state-run university. So the first thing she did, she recognized someone who have wished the college, the fishery college, that today they are giving a bachelor degree in fisheries. Let me see if I can get this up play. I mean, this is something. This is responsible leadership, politics, sports, everything. All right. This is it. This is not Lily Mapian recognizing Meteor Glasgow. If I do not remember and appreciate the contributions of the immediate past Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Madam Emma Metier Glasgow, whose leadership began this project and drove it to where we are today. Thank you ever so much. Can I give a play again? Let me give this a play. And the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, or NAFA. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's calling? Yeah, man. No, hold on. I will be remiss if I do not remember and appreciate the contributions of the immediate past Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Madam Emma Metier Glasgow, whose leadership began this project and drove it to where we are today. Thank you ever so much. Okay. Responsible leadership.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
that is it. Is just it's just the fact that Madam Glasgow did her very best at NAFA. You and I are very much aware that NAFA had initially been just a department under the Ministry of Agriculture, and not much, was known about NAFA until it was separated, when the National Fishery and Aquaculture Authority was established by law. And I think Emma being the first Director General, yes, used the media or influence or expertise or qualification and competence to bring NAFA to the people of Liberia and the world. And NAFA went on to, benefit a lot of different grant projects and all of that from different partners, including the government of Japan, the European Union, and different partners. I mean, opening that space today for the Liberian people in the world to know what NAFA is. So it is just great. To the extent that they established the Fisheries College at the University of Liberia. That is remarkable. So I think it was just appropriate that the president of the university, during the dedication of that college, will recognize the efforts of the one who made all of these to happen. So I think it was just very much responsible and appropriate to do.
The politics was taken aside, right?
Yes. I mean, Onu, I'm getting tired of if I was a politician, I would have resigned from politics, because I'm not sure politics is doing really well for our country. Yes, we are using politics to divide us. I would agree with Councillor Jerome Verdier recent comment about things that happened in the past that trigger conflict. We are seeing signs today. The issue of corruption, the issue of impunity, the issue of using politics to divide people, hatred. I mean, it is just too much. So we need to be moderate in this country. When election is over, Or when elections are over, we move on and unite people. Institute a government of inclusion, bring people on board. It doesn't mean when you work in the past government, you can't work in the current administration. People should just maintain job like I've told President Marka over and over. People should maintain their job based on their competence and performance, not based on party line because you are from a party, because you are related to my cousin, or you are about some kind of somebody favoritism. No, performance, competence, deliver your mandates and get and keep your job. So we use politics to divide this country so much to the extent that when people leave office, we tend to go to social media to tear them apart. How can you disregard the contribution of Emma Glasgow to NAFA? It is not possible. So even if there were anything that happened there, you can never rule out the contribution of that woman when it comes to bringing NAFA to light. I mean, so it was just appropriate that the president of the university will recognize her contribution.
Yeah, man. I mean, you are said it all. This is complete what I'll say, a respectful leadership that the Mampanians show out. So that you are proving to us that you are going to make University of Liberia better. You stay university for what you have shown. You know, I mean, there are some who are just going to just do a demonstration and forget about all the working of someone who have make the futurist sector that people Liberians now know what we call NAFA. So those of you just taking over the responsibility, the board now, what Emma have done, you can't erase it. You like it or not?
Yes,
and you can't erase it.
And let me tell you, what is his last name? Sarah Sewe?
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah, for the first we talk about challenge.
What you should be doing now is the first thing you should cut off in order to flourish over there, to succeed over there, is to cut off the gossip. The people who will be coming to your office and be telling you gossips, you should cut it off. That's the first thing you should do. Don't listen to people who will come and tell you, say, oh, Emma was there, Emma did this. These same people will say somebody that will replace you tomorrow, the same thing about you. They will say the same thing about you. Don't listen to gossip. The president sent you over there. Go there and do the piece of job you have to do. And the employees of NAFA, they bring soon the money, move from your house, go there, do your work, and go back home. You're not there to worship any leader. You're not there to gossip anybody. Go do your work and go home. Simple.
Yeah, simple as it is. April Fool. So Anderson, you sent us an April Fool message, right? Thank you, Professor Anderson. Okay, yeah. That was the April Fool message he said. But let's get out to the National Elections Commission. I mean, NDR, the Movement for Democracy, sent in a complaint to NEC, but the Elections Commission have officially released the final listing of those who will participate in the upcoming April 22nd election, right? We have the names here. It just I want to mail not that lucky. Yes, but MDR said, well, Fangalo and that of Edith Gongower, they have problems, but next year, well, these are the 7 candidates for the upcoming by-election. So we want to call on the people of Nimba. The election is not over. Nobody have won the elections until on April 22nd, the night, when we start the year provisional results coming up from all parts of the 9 electoral district in Nima County. Yes, your candidate may be favorite. This is why we'll say election. So most of you will call and say the people of Nima were resolved to, no until the results favor any of the candidate. Well, it can be Mark Blairon, it can be Edith, it can be Koga, right? It can be Garrison. What's the other guy? McKenna Timber and the rest of them.
George Gompu.
Josh. Yeah, Josh, I'm not too familiar with Josh.
Me too.
Yeah.
George Parkerson Gompu.
Which district from in him?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
To be frank,
maybe George too could be the surprise. The same way Edward Appleton did the Liberians. Appleton came from nowhere. Every time we hear Appleton. So
election doesn't take the people of Nima by surprise.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying the election will not be over until April 22nd, the night. Then we'll see provisional results coming in.
I really want to see that Appleton spirit in Gompu.
From nowhere to nowhere, we don't hearing Edward Appleton. We still hearing comments. We hear Appleton. You know, hearing Gogolo. We hearing Appleton.
Please attach ambassador to the main name.
Now we're talking to Japan. Yeah, now we're talking to Japan.
I mean, so now
He's
they
ambassador now.
so now they're running for president and not for presidency.
Yeah, attack it.
Ah.
You get the awareness.
Up
Anyway.
for our political party.
No, we're gonna make it.
We can sit on the table.
Financial
The second round, we can sit on the table.
Yeah, we'll negotiate.
You don't understand.
Yeah, we'll be
The guy said everybody see on the ballot paper won't be president.
When you hear George, what the guy for MPP said, George was saying.
George Mobile said, will not be stepchild, no negotiation again.
Since yeah.
See, this is the real dread I want now. LPDP crying, MPP crying.
What? Seriously?
I think I've been you.
No more stepchild.
I've been.
Yes, but again, I want to call on the Elections Commission. Please put more attention to our community radios in Nema County. The guys are still complaining. Yes.
But I think the MDR complaint is late. You know, when the National Elections Commission provide a provisional listing of candidates, they open a window for you to file any complaint you have, so that they can look into it before releasing a final list of candidates. You waited all that period elapsed, then they have released the final listing, then you file a complaint.
No.
Who does that?
No.
So I don't think the Election Commission had a window of time to go into that investigation.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Only one person in the team hole is Opa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably keep for out.
Yeah, the message is going to campaign in Nimba and say.
Yeah, I saw Prophet Key doing something that I don't like.
What?
After his interview at Prime Heaven, Prophet Key was swearing, which is not good.
He swear?
The man was swearing. He said, "B person will die in the country. B person will die in the country." How you do that kind of thing? They take my money, now my money, they're running the election way. B person will die in the country. Why you do that?
But I had that issue with NEC too, right? During the man going to do his registration, you know, you're supposed to validate the ID card to know what is it, or not. But you allow the man to go through the process.
I used to follow the NEC. You know, even the 2017 election, I followed the NEC. The NEC said, we are not the one to be going around and going low for cases. You who in competition with the person for the position, look for the issue the person get and lay complaint, you bring your evidence, will look into it. We're not going passing around looking for a case.
Okay.
That's NEC there for you.
They're looking for a case.
They're looking for a case. So when some supporters raise the issue of a Prophet Key, that's how come they started looking in the issue before they found out that that's why it was.
Well, he didn't participate in the election.
Yeah.
No voter card, but how he got the card?
You can
just say how I got a cute arrow code.
You will justify.
So is it prosecuted?
Prophet Key, in the name of Jesus, I saw the labor to Deacon. I come against.
Is there somebody big person with that?
Yeah, I come against those.
In Nimba or in the whole Liberia?
In Liberia.
No.
Yeah.
Don't restrict to your country because Nimba. No, let restrict to Nimba.
No,
big person with that.
I don't know. Big person gone already. Go for it.
Big person with neck or where?
He just said Liberia. The message will bury big person. So we come against that curse in the name of Jesus. As some will labor faith, please, it will not happen. Please take it back.
So all seven of you, all of you candidates who made it to the official list your neck, you're going to Opa, Prophet Key. You got followers.
Seek his support.
Yeah, seek your support. Love it, Ryan. Let a man come back and say, okay, since the people didn't let me to go through.
Only if adding a, you know, like politician. Yeah. As we talking, the thing happening before meeting.
Yeah. That happened.
Yeah.
Because you have followers.
What are you talking?
Okay. Great. In a minute, we'll link up with our guest shortly. But we have to. But just in passing, this issue of Bapolu, we received terrible pictures coming up from Bapolu County. If you see what the Chinese are doing in Bapolu, you wonder what is happening to our country. Mines and energy, they are here, and the Chinese are milking and licking. Look, we are just lucky we don't experience natural disaster. That's all. The illicit mining, the pictures and videos that we receive from Bella Yala, you won't believe it. Diamond, gold. The guys are barricaded some part of District 2, Zina Norman District. Besides that, and the better people, they're having serious confusion. So we'll have to take time, maybe tomorrow or so, and look into it. But illicit mining have now taken a serious turn in Bapolu County. The country is rich, but look at we're still struggling. Everything, rich country, poor people, a book written by Samuel Jackson. Yes, he's the wrong author, that's all. Anyway, yes, let's link up with our guest. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, rich country, poor people who have diamond, iron ore, the black sand, who have everything in the country. But go and see Bapolu County, see Amara County, see Boto County, Bapolu. The mines and energy can control it. Yes, let's link over our guests this morning. Let me see if I can get on camera. You can start up with them. I'm struggling to see one person. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, so we say we think that OPA should support. It is a
No,
CMC.
that we didn't want to get that.
No, we can get
Let's
that.
go negotiate.
Negotiate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's join our
Mhm.
guests this morning. They are here and they're in time, like Alexander Cummings, like the Lema Bowie, and the Musa Ability, and all these people, Tiawan Gonglo, these people who respect time.
Mhm.
Yes, they are in time like them. So, yes, we have them here this morning. They are from the World Hope International Christian Relief. And yes, so let's say good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning on the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Marka. And good morning, Omni. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show today.
Okay. Yeah, so do for us the self introduction for the sake of our listeners. Who is who and what is your position?
Start from me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm S. Joseph Fan Jr. I work with World Hope International
Mm-hmm.
and specifically the Liberia Country Program Office. I'm the child sponsorship manager and as well as playing interceding role in getting the school project that was just completed uh, dedication program held successfully.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Okay, I'm Reverend C.D. Williams. I'm the Director of Education in the Western School System of Liberia.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So quickly, Marka, we also
Mhm.
have with us on this team Jacob Doe. We got two headphones that are available. But Jacob is here on this team and he is the assistant on the publicity and communications committee. So he's going to be speaking more on preparations challenges we are having in the road leading to the dedication. So between time, I'm going to swap with him so that he speak more on that aspect.
Okay. Yeah, so just give us some detailed information about the organization and what do you do?
Okay, so World Hope International is a Christian organization that runs offices across the world. They are in Liberia as well, and they started in Liberia around 1999, working with the Wesleyan Church and as well as providing water to the people of Liberia. So, World Hope's mission that I want to read clearly says that motivated by our love for Christ, we serve the most vulnerable children and their families, where their well being is our priority. And the vision that is driving this organization is to be at the intersection of a broken world and our loving God, enabling dignity, hope, opportunity, and faith to flourish. So these two statements are very keen and are the driving force. In the work we do, we don't only provide services, but we bring people to Christ through the work we do. And so this is what we've been doing at the Liberia Country Program Office, which is the second largest across the world. We run 4 thematic programs. We have the child sponsorship program, which is the education program that I'm managing. We have the protection program, and they implement on 4 P's. They have protection, prevention, persecution, and partnership. We also have the WASH department, and globally is the water and energy. We call it here WASH department, water, sanitation, and hygiene. So on that program, we are providing water services across Liberia. As a matter of fact, during the period that World Hope has worked since 1999, World Hope has dug about 300 boreholes and constructed hand pumps. And right now, the WASH team and WASH program is graduating from hand pump to mini grid system. We also have the health department, and Jacob is going to dwell more on the health department since he's on that team. He's going to speak with the health, speak about health programs and projects that are being run. But yes, for an overview, that's what we've been involved in across several counties.
Yeah, so my next question was the focus counties. Which counties are you doing work in the most?
Yeah, so cutting across the different programs, we work in different counties, and in some areas we overlap our interventions. So for the child sponsorship program, we are in Montserrat and Bombing counties. The health program has gone to 7 counties,
Okay.
distributing medical supplies. Of course, our WASH program, WASH has covered almost all of the 15 counties. And we have a very big project in the Peace Island just behind the ministerial complex, and several other systems across Montserrat County and Bombing.
Okay, so Chief, you want to say a little bit more about the health programs so that we can go strictly to what coming up next? Okay, so sorry for our viewers. They are doing some switching, but if it's yes.
Thank you so much. So the health program has 2 projects. We have the gift in kind, and on the gift in kind, we receive drugs, supplies, and so they come in 2 forms. We have equipment that are supplied by KBNF, that is the Qualibo Neuroscience Foundation. And so they supply us things like beds, which we now take to supply to the counties. We also receive drugs from a group called MAP, and MAP is Medical Assistance Program.
Okay.
And so we work in partnership with the Ministry of
Health
to distribute these drugs to at least 138 health facilities in 7 counties. And so our focus is on the public facilities, especially those ones that are hard to reach. And then we also have the Enable the Children program. And so that program is focused on children who are disabled. And so we try to concentrate more on children with cognitive disabilities. And so children who come down with hydrocephalus, cerebral palsy, and so forth. And so what we do.
Somebody got a phone ringing. We're sorry for that. Sorry.
And so what we do, we are also in partnership with JFK through the Monrovia Rehab Center that is at JFK. And so we brought in facial therapists to train the therapists that are at JFK. And so in the country, we have only 1 professional facial therapist, and he has trained at least 2 aides. And so we have empowered them to provide different therapies, occupational therapy, and so forth, to help these children graduate from different conditions that they experience. We also have produced specialized chairs that also aid them in how they sit and strengthen their bones. So yeah, so under the health program, those are the two projects that we have.
Okay, that is great. But let's talk about what is at hand. What is the institution doing currently? I understand you have an event coming up. What is it?
So under the CS program, which is the child sponsorship program, our partnership with the Wesleyan Church have allowed us to build a school around Bartlettville in a place called Downtown.
Okay.
And so currently what we are on, which Josie will talk about more, we are in the process of dedicating the school. And because of that, our CEO is in country. But again, like I said, Josie will expand more on that.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to give us more details? I'm trying to wish. Yeah. Sorry, our viewers. They.
Yeah, I'm back.
Just tell us more about the event.
Well, so on the dedication program, we have set up a structure at our office. We have a steering committee that comprises all of the managers, both regional and local managers and directors. Of course, like you heard Jacob say, our CEO is in country, Jen Peterson. We also have our CDO. They have all come to grace this occasion. The dedication is set for Thursday, April 3rd. And we've written high-profile government officials, we've written partners in the educational sector, as well as global humanitarian bodies. We've also written local partners that work in the educational sector. And from our end, we have all of our subcommittees that are working with directed resources and manpower to ensure that planning and preparations leading to this dedication go on well. So we've come to the public. We, especially with the public officials, the feedback we've got from the publicity and communication committee,
Okay.
who distributed letters, that did the distributions of letters and did follow-ups, put it that it's difficult to access high-profile government officials. But I'd like to note quickly and commend the CEO of the National Watch Commission, who after the delivery of our communication in no time, placed a communication to our CPC, that is the Country Programs Coordinator and Global GRK Director, confirming his attendance at the program. And we've had other partners and institutions that work in building capacity. Of course, the Executive Director of the PYPP has also confirmed. But we are having series of challenges getting access to public official. We've written the president. We are getting indications that the first lady.
How big is this dedication? I mean, all the big names you're inviting. This April 3rd Thursday dedication. How big is it?
Well, we are talking about modern high school of 3 floors. I will show you the picture.
Okay.
Over the last 4 years, we started working with the Westland Foundation School since 2020, and we have made 2 critical interventions. One was to upgrade the school from the previous status to get it more conducive for learning activities. And the challenge still persisted that students were congested in classes. You have one classroom hosting 2 grades, and those were challenges. There were classes also that were being hosted in the local church. So World Hope saw a fit that given this need, it was important to do a new construction. And so over the period from July 15 to current, World Hope has constructed a state-of-the-art school building, high school for that matter, that boasts of 16 classrooms, beginning from the beginner class to grade 12. We have the science laboratory. We have a combination of the library and computer lab. We have 3 offices, and we have a solar system of capacity about 40 amps that's going to be powering the school. And that system is also powering our water system that transport water to all of the bathroom. We have like 16 bathroom. We have wash area for the kids at the ground floor. So it's a big project, especially that this school is a tuition-free school.
Tuition-free school.
Tuition-free school.
All of the projects just Monserrato. Maybe there are other counties. The World Hope International working.
For now, the child sponsorship program is being run in 3 Westland schools. So under the child sponsorship arrangement, World Hope is partnering with the Westland Church through the school system to upgrade the school, to improve the school condition. So currently, we have 3 schools that we are working with. One is in Bombing, Golodi. It's called the Alfred K. Brown Westland Institute. Another is in rural Monserrata. It's called the Larry Marshall Memorial Westland Institute. And this is Westland Foundation School in Duanta that we are talking about. It's a big project, and we are helping to complement.
Estimated around how much dollars you talking about? It's a big project.
We are talking about 300,000 total. Talking about construction costs, monitoring, supervision, and other administrative costs, about 300,000.
So let's get back before we go to this Thursday dedication program. You have 4 pillars. You cannot talk about. You run 4 pillars of this program. You want to talk about it? This World Hope is operating on the 4 major pillars.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, our 4 thematic programs are health. Jacob spoke about. The child sponsorship program is a holistic educational package, so to speak, that I'm managing. We have the WATCH, Water, Sanitation, Hygiene department. We also have the protection. So the water, sanitation, and hygiene, they run under the public-private partnership. That's how they implement. And I also spoke about the protection. We are involved with both internal trafficking, external, a lot of protection issue, advocacy. So those are the work we've been doing, and we are committed to doing in the years to come.
You're talking, I'm receiving a couple of text messages. Can you send me that number? Can you text me? We need, I don't know whether the organization is involved in constructing free hand pumps. Well, I'm receiving a couple of text messages from Todi, from Bensonville, from other parts of Liberia.
All of those places, we got pumps there. Some are in good condition, some need rehabs, but we are still doing pumps. That is for special cases. But the WASH program is now graduating from pump. The pump is more limited, and there are a lot of constraints associated with getting water from a hand pump. So what World Hope is doing, that we have a flagship program in Peace Island. If you go at the back of the ministerial complex, you will see what I'm talking about there. Across the Peace Island, we have mini grid system now, and we also have that in the school at the school in Bombing. We have hand wash stations, so the students go there, get clean water. The water is treated. We have a chlorinator system that is connected, so the water comes from the borehole through the chlorinator system, and it gets purified, used for drinking, for washing hands, and that's what we're doing.
But the big attention is the Thursday, April 3rd dedication.
Definitely.
And your anticipation is high that public officials should be in attendance. Even if they don't go the way that you have the program scheduled for, what happens?
No, we are committed to having this program. Okay, we have our partners as well, like I said, in the educational sector, and they are committing as well to come in. Of course, we still have some government officials, like I spoke about. We wrote the WASH, not the WASH, but the water and sewer general manager. We've written several public officials that are connected to both water and education. We've written the Minister of Education, and I can state here that the Deputy Minister, Minister Samuel Toole, has also committed to coming. So yes, we are receiving and we are positive that in the next 2 days, there will be more confirmations because this is a landmark project and Mobisas is going to help to lift our people and the kids there, the vulnerable kids there to have access. And to be more specific, our schools charge between $5,000 to 10,000 now for the whole year. And World Hope has said part of this partnership with the Westland school system that wants to allow vulnerable children and families who cannot afford to go to quote unquote the big schools, they will still have quality education through our program. So we have said lower your costs so that we have more people who cannot afford coming to the school. Imagine paying 10,000 for annually in the school, in a school. That's something that I think is positive, and the government and other partners should be able to embrace and support as we work together to lift our people out of poverty.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so we also have the Western, our partner here. So I would like to get a perspective as well on the partnership. Yeah, but yes, so
It's good partnership. Okay, thank you very much. From the Wesleyan Church of Liberia, we are very happy that we can partner with World Hope International. And like Joe said, since 1999, World Hope came to Liberia. In fact, it goes back to 1997 when the then national district superintendent at the time went to South Africa and then encountered the CEO at the time for World Hope, Dr. Joanne Lyon. And from that time, the partnership started. And by 1999, World Hope began active work in Liberia. So the Wesleyan Church is very happy to have this Wesleyan institution partnering because in the era of education, Wesleyan Church intends to not just give people spiritual vitality, but rather people should be prepared holistically so that while the spiritual beings are being strengthened, they can be able to have their social needs and other things met. So in the area of education, we have a school system that is catering to the young people of this nation. In fact, we have both secondary and then we have a tertiary institution, which is the Western College of Liberia. And so in the area of education, our schools, some of them were struggling, like Joe said, especially the 3 schools that they are now partnering with. We had them in structures that were not really up to standard. But though because one of the impact, so then we were managing what we had, and then we're walking alone, and you'll be seeing later on, they have been able to help us. And for the first time in our school system, we have now a building that I would call Class A. Yes, very standard school. Yes, and that building, as we tour it, and we'll be seeing later on, it is indeed a building, a structure that, in fact, any school can want to have. Yeah. So we appreciate the partnership, especially in the area of education. So these 3 schools are catering to our people at a very low cost, and that is giving us the opportunity as a church to meet the needs of our people, not just Wesleyans, but Liberians in general. So we bless God for the partnership, and we are very much appreciative. And we are seeing that we said to World Hope the other day, it will go beyond the 3 schools because the needs are so enormous. But they are with us now where they are. And as God provides the resources, they have assured us that the partnership will grow. And so we cherish this partnership and we are doing everything to make sure the partnership grows from where it is to a higher height.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they will be dedicating a building on Thursday. What time is it? You talk about that, Joseph?
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
Yes.
You can call also to make comments, ask questions, and what you want to know.
0770-153-265. Go ahead and place in a call. Yes, on Thursday will be the official dedication of this program. This is not politics. This is humanity.
Yes, yes.
People, we yes, but again, in a room for sure. I don't want to say disappointment in terms of all of the guests you are anticipating for Josen. Mm-hmm.
And resources, manpower, like I said initially, have been directed to ensuring that this program goes on successfully. Also, there will be a complementing project. I like to say, a hand pump that was just constructed. One of the kids at the school sponsored thought it was that the kid will be having a safe, clean drinking water at the school. So there's a need that the community where this child resides also get a pump. So this is a complementing project. So there are two projects that will be dedicated on the school project and that of the hand pump project. But I'd like to give you to show you a demonstration, two pictorials of what we've done there, the transformative work Warhope has done over the years since 2020 till now. I like to put my computer on the camera. I hope you see it. This is what the school was like in 20 this oh wow, wow. Yeah, but we can I can use this since this is what we have now. This is what it was that was before. And then we had a first intervention, and the first intervention produced this. That was in 2021. I hope our viewers and audience can see that. I hope they can see it. And it was basically to create a more conducive learning environment. And the structure we are talking about right now is this one that I'm about to show you. Is this one? So this is the structure. Sorry, I will get it. But like I said, it's a three-story building, and it's comprehensive, and that facility is going to enhance the education of students within the Duantan community and other communities. So coming back to the April 3rd program, all is said, like I said, and this is the most capital intensive project considering infrastructure development that World Hope has done across the globe. So all of our country programs across the world. So this is a pilot, and how Liberians and the government and partners react to this is also going to stimulate World Hope to even do more. And we are calling on the public, we are calling on government officials, we are calling on the partners who are engaged in education, as well as WASH, since we'll be having WASH dedication program coinciding as well, to come and join us, and let's lift Liberia up. Well, to close, we okay.
Okay, so like again, I said, my impression is overwhelming because, like I said earlier, when Warhol came along, running a school system with buildings that were being challenged, what they have done and what they are doing has impressed me greatly. And I believe that this step will take our school system to being second to none because the buildings I'm talking about, I'm inviting you, O'Neill, and you come around and see. I mean, when you get in the building, you see real standard. And as I told the building just a few Sundays ago, I traveled all of Liberia because a few days ago I was in Kampala where I saw buildings, I saw structures. And I compared that building to buildings I saw in Kampala, and I said, yes, we are getting somewhere. So we are very much impressed, and want to say a big thank you to World Hope on behalf of our national superintendent, the entire Western Church of Liberia. I want to say thank you to World Hope for this great intervention. We appreciate it greatly, and our prayer is that God will bless World Hope, because this is just the beginning of 2 other projects like this to come. The other 2 schools will be putting up similar structures and even better than this. So we look forward to that time, and we pray that God will strengthen World Hope, provide the needed resources in the midst of what we are hearing from great nations, but we know that with God, all things are possible. So we are confident that indeed the other 2 buildings will be done. All things are possible.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. No, we've done the community, we're waiting the youth chair, we're waiting the PTA, and so there will be a cross section of representation at the program. I'm emphasizing government officials as well, because this effort is geared at complementing the government in terms of providing quality education. And I think it's something that the government and actors need to take and help to work with the partners to get this initiative moving on and on to help our people. So it's not just the public official, quote unquote, high government officials, but the public is invited. Of course, the community there will be represented, and a cross section of people. And we are positive that we're going to have a great dedication program. Like I said, our CEO is here, our chief fundraiser. They are committed to supporting this work in Liberia. Of course, the major donor or funder of this project brings the dedication in country. They'll be learning today. They are also coming for this program. So it's a big one, and we are positive. What we are saying to the public and to our government is that this initiative need to be embraced, and partners who are working to complement the effort of government also need to be supported in this kind of effort. So yes, we are certain that we have a great day on Thursday.
Okay. Great. Yes. Joseph Fine Jr., as Joseph Fine Jr., Reverend Cities Williams, and of course Jacob World Hope International, dedicating the building officially on Thursday, beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning. Definitely.
Yes.
Yes. Want to wish you all the best of luck, and the place should be open spiritually, physically.
It will be.
Definitely.
It will be by the grace of God. It will be.
And we sincerely appreciate your
Mhm.
impact through the programs on the lives of our Liberian people, especially like you mentioned, your programs are focused on the vulnerable, population. We appreciate you for all you do, and continue to do your best. We hope you also continue to receive supports that you can continue your work.
Thank you, Marka. Thank you, Onim, for the opportunity, and we really appreciate this.
Great. Thank you so much. Off camera, let's see who could get a brief in, brief out. Then we'll bring on sports what's speaking news this morning. And the word of sports coming up.
Yes, so let's now cross over to Naomi Tapia to bring us sports this morning. Naomi, good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, everyone. FC Fassi are now on the brink of glory in the Liberia Football First Division League. A crucial 1-0 victory over their closest rival 7-11 FC on Sunday evening put them within touching distance of winning the championship. The top of the table clash in Painesville was settled by a first half scrap from Lawrence Kuman, a goal that proved to be the difference in an intense and entertaining encounter. With just 4 games left in the season, FC Fatah now sits comfortably at the top, 9 points clear. They need just 4 more points to officially secure the 2024-25 league title. FC Fatah will need a win and a draw in their next 2 league games to be crowned champions of the Liberia Football Association First Division League 2024-25 season. The Women's Upper League in the Liberia Football Association continued at a weekend with Shatter Angels FC delivering an outstanding performance, defeating Stages Queens with a score of 9-3 at SKD practice pitch in Thingsville City. The Gambian duo from Shatter Angels, Kadi Jaju and Sarimanta Sadikan, contributed to the team's heavy win, with Jaju netting a hat-trick. However, the standout player of the match was Miata Morris, who scored 5 goals, bringing her goal tally to 29 goals in the league and 30 across competitions. Rangers currently holds second place with 40 points after 18 matches. In another closely contested match, Sion female professionals edged out Rafael Angels 3-2. Evelyn Jackson scored 2 goals for Sion female professionals, an increase of goal tally to 25. And the team captain Troy Stopper added another goal to ensure the team secured all 3 points. Aminata Kahindi's late consolation goal was not enough to turn the tide, and Rafael Angels suffered a painful 3-2 defeat. At a Tusa feat, Determined Girls FC recorded a 3-0 win over War Girls FC in a well-controlled match. The RFA Women's Upper League defending champions maintained their dominance, boasting a commanding 51 points from 17 victories. In another match, Af Angels and Ambassadors FC played to 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, Nini Warriors and Bushwalk Queens ended their match with a 0-0 draw. Coach Salam Kabiri has announced a 28-player squad for the upcoming Waifu A Women's Tournament, scheduled to take place in Mauritania in May 2025. The team will commence training on Tuesday, April 1, 2025, at the Samuel Cardo Sports Complex as part of their preparations for the competition. Among the invited players are USA-based duo Maya Neal and Mimi Jennings Eden. Rubber Sports Academy's attacking midfielder Chris Weah delivered an outstanding performance in his team's 1-0 victory over Leeds Morovia Football Academy in the opening match of the Liberia Football Association Under 12 National League. The promising young talent netted the lone goal, securing a crucial away win as Rubber Sports Academy kicked off its campaign against a well-structured Leeds Morovia Football Academy side. The RFA Under 12 National League is part of the Liberia Football Association's effort to develop grassroots players for the future of Liberia football. And away from Liberia, Manchester City striker Ellen Haaland will see a specialist after suffering an ankle injury in Sunday's FA Cup win against Bournemouth, with the club expecting him to play again this season. The Norwegian was substituted in the 61st minute after scoring the equalizer as City went on to beat the Cherries 2-1 and reached the semi-finals. The 24-year-old was later seen in a video on social media leaving the Vitality Stadium on crutches and with his left ankle in a protective boot. City said on Monday that they anticipate Haaland will be fit to play a further part in the remainder of this season, including this summer's FIFA Club World Cup. The club explained that Haaland, who has scored 30 goals in 40 games this season, test on Monday before being referred to a specialist to understand the full extent of the injury. The FA Cup provides City's only remaining chance of silverware this season following a difficult Premier League campaign and early exits from the Champions League and the Carabao Cup. Manager Guardiola has had to deal with injuries to key players throughout the campaign. They sit fifth in the Premier League, 1 point off Chelsea in the Champions League races. That's all for now, hostess.
Get entertainment, games, music, and more. Purchase tickets to the hottest events and shop with ease from online vendors and consumable products. The best part? It's zero rated. No data charges to use the app. Download the app now on Google Play Store or App Store. Just search Maxit LR. Live smarter, live better, live life to the max with Orange Maxit. For more information, call 111 or find us on Facebook at Orange Liberia.
Of course, Orange Liberia, one of the proud sponsors of the TBS alongside EcoBank Liberia Limited, a Pan African bank. Like we mentioned, we have a team from the Liberian National Bar Association. They're here to talk about the upcoming assembly, and the SG is also part of the team here this morning. So let's cross over to say good morning. It is a pleasure having the team here this morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for the opportunity to be in your very good studio.
Okay, so let's do self introduction.
My name is Councillor Elisha T. Fokia. I am the Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association, and I'm here with my colleague.
My name is Attorney Michael Gebe. I'm a member of the Liberian National Bar Association and specifically am part of the media and publicity team.
Okay, well, this is our first interaction. Officially, this is my first interview with Councillor Fakir, and also our first interface with the bar's new leadership after the election. Which we say yes, thanks and congratulations on.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are very grateful to be here this morning, and you said it rightly. This is our first interaction. And it's a pleasure to be here in your studio. We bring you greetings from our national president, Councillor Bonavama. And we are steering the affairs of the bar in the interest of our members.
Okay, yeah. So how is the Liberian National Bar Association generally, and since taking over, how is the bar?
The bar is doing well. The bar is performing its statutory duties and responsibilities. The bar is being headed by somebody that understands the inner workings of the LMBA. Councillor Vama have been around the echelon of power of the LMBA for a couple of years now. He served as Secretary General of the bar for 3 years. He was unanimously elected a couple of months ago. And the bar is not a strange terrain to Councillor Obama. We are there trying to study affairs of the Secretariat to ensure that the president work is executed easily and efficiently. And we have able lieutenant like Anthony Gebet around trying to support our effort. So, I mean, it's a privilege to serve our members, and we are doing it to the best of our ability.
Okay. Well, Anthony, you want to make mention before I ask my first question?
Yeah, so we are on board to serve to support a leadership that was unanimously voted by members of the bar. So it's not just about bringing in people into leadership and then sit on the fence. So we've offered our services free of charge pro bono to support the work of Councillor Obama and the entire leadership, Madam Vice President, and of course the Secretary General who is here. He called me up and can you join me? And I'm saying, oh sure, I'm at your service. So I'm here to support the practice of law in our country. I'm here to support the current leadership.
Okay. So let's go strictly. What is coming up? We understand you are planning for the upcoming convention. You want to give us some details about the upcoming assembly in our convention.
Yes, the constitution of the bar has set forth series of activities, annual activities of the bar. This activity usually commence with our assembly, our annual assembly, and then thereafter Law Day, and thereafter our national convention. The bar has three important annual activity wherein we assemble in a particular locale and discuss issues of professional concern and issue of national concern. A few days from now, precisely April 4 and 5, which is this Friday and Saturday, the bar will be assembling for its annual assembly at the Temple of Justice. At the Temple of Justice, which happens to be the headquarters of the judiciary, will be assembling there this Friday and Saturday to observe a constitutional mandate of the bar. That is to say, our annual assembly. This year we have venued this assembly at the Temple of Justice, and it's going to be an interesting time wherein we're going to discuss issue of professional concern, professional interest, and issue of national concern. So we want to call on all members of the bar, all lawyers in this jurisdiction, senior counselors. We want to commence first of all with the Supreme Court. All members of the Honorable Supreme Court, the Chief Justice and Associate Justices are members of the LMBA. The Supreme Court have been given the LMBA maximum support in order to uphold the rule of law in this country. We'll be assembling. The Chief Justice will be there. The Associate Justices will be there. Judges of Circuit Court, Specialized Court, Magistrate, Associate Magistrate, Steppenary Magistrate, Senior Counselors at Law, attorneys, law students will all be assembling this Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock. We'll be assembling at the Temple of Justice to observe our annual assembly. This is an interesting time. It's very interesting because we take this time to discuss matters of professional interest and matters of national concern. And just to say this very fast, the theme of this annual assembly is the LMBA and the fight against corruption, strengthening accountability in the justice sector. That is the theme of this program, and we can assure you that it's going to be an interesting time.
I think it's strong.
Yeah, it's a very strong team.
So
It's a very strong team.
So it will interest you to know that first of all, let's go to the history of the bar. The bar dates back to February 7, 1907. So this is not today's initiative. This is something that have lasted for centuries. So that's why the National Secretary General is inviting or encouraging. In fact, there is no excuse. All lawyers within the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. It will also interest you to know that the first president of the bar was Charles Dunbar Broadbent King. If you read our history, he also served as president of the Republic of Liberia. So it shows to you the pedigree of individuals that you find in this civil society, in this organization. So we're calling on all lawyers. There is no excuse. The president in a conversation yesterday said, there is no excuse. All lawyers, it's a call to duty. We all have to turn out at the assembly because it comes with consequences.
Sure.
If you do not turn up to the assembly, you hold yourself to blame, not just for the different lectures and interactions you miss, but you also be losing an opportunity to regularize your status. We come to a dispensation that only lawyers, and not just lawyers, but licensed lawyers, people who are in good standing with the bar, at the last opening of the Civil Law Court, the Chief Justice herself was there, and she emphasized the need for lawyers to have lessons. And by missing this assembly, we will just forfeit an opportunity of acquiring your lessons. So we are encouraging, we are motivating all lawyers, attorneys at law, counselors, senior counselors to attend this assembly so that you can benefit from the continual learning education CLE and then qualify to obtain a license for the year 2025.
I've been following the bar's activities, if not for the last 3 or 4 years, and most of your events are held either at the ministerial complex or the Monrovia City Hall and other places. Why are you taking it to the Temple of Justice this time around?
The Executive Council of the bar have made this decision. Usually, all of these venues are decided by the Executive Council. The Executive Council has thought it expedient. This new administration wants to commence activity for the Temple of Justice. That is the echelon of power of the judiciary. We want to commence our activity from that end, and that is precisely why we have chosen the Temple of Justice. I think it's an ideal venue. It's a central point. Almost all lawyers usually go at the Temple of Justice on a daily basis. So we've selected this ideal venue in order to ensure that all lawyers attend.
Well,
Just to add a little bit to what my colleague just emphasized, CLE. CLE in the Bible is termed as continuing legal education. We consider that as in-service training. The law is revolving. The law is dynamic. We usually take this opportunity to rehearse, to train lawyers in different aspects of the law. And it is mandatory. It's not an option. It is mandatory. A lawyer that failed to attain the required points in the CIE fulfill the opportunity of being licensed for 2026. We want to encourage all lawyers. This has been a practice for years. Please attend the assembly in order to be eligible to obtain your lessons for
So just besides
2026.
the continuing legal education, what are other activities normally marking the assembly?
So there will be different speeches, there will be different sections that will be held. But before we go into that, when you tell the fish, you tell the cat not to eat the fish, tell the fish also not to smell. So we are admonishing and calling on all lawyers to attend this assembly. But it's important that we let you know that it's associated with costs.
Okay.
It's a regular thing. It's not something strange. But this year is saving in fact in terms of cost. So counselors at law will be paying $100 US, which circular has already been sent out. I'm sure by this time almost all counselors are aware that to attend the assembly with all the pomp and pageantry, all the things associated with it, you have to pay just $100. Attorneys at law will pay $75 US. Attorney like me.
Have you paid?
Of course, I wouldn't come on air if I have not paid. But we are also encouraging all lawyers, attorney at lawyers, to pay the $75 to qualify you. And then, of course, we are also encouraging and incorporating students at law who, of course, to attend this event, you have to pay $50. And we had the famous, the prolific, the well-recognized law school in the Republic. On the continent of Africa, the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. And then we have also the Liberian Law School that has also come on board. So we're encouraging students, not just from the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, but also the Liberian Law School. So you pay $50 and you have an opportunity to attend the assembly.
So if an attorney or counselor fails to pay the fees or attend the assembly, the rigs, not maybe getting lessons, what happens to law students?
Law students are associate members of the bar.
Okay.
And it's good you understand the workings of the bar before you become a member.
Okay.
It makes your entry into membership clearer, brighter, and you have a broader understanding about what your membership entails. So that's why when I was a law student, I was an associate member of the bar, and I did not miss an event of the bar. Entry into the bar I already had an understanding about the details of members of the bar, and it was easier for me. So there will be no penalty attributed to associate members. However, we encourage law students to attend. That's good for you, it's in your interest, and it helps a lot that when you enter a full membership, you have an understanding about the workings of the bar. To go to your question about other activities besides CLE, as my colleague emphasized, there will be greetings from guests that were invited from the diplomatic corps. Some government officials were invited, and we have different auxiliaries of the bar, like the Female Lawyers Association, the Prosecutor Association, the Public Defense Association. These are different auxiliaries of the bar are going to be giving complimentary greetings. And even the Minister of Justice, who happen to be the Dean of the Supreme Court, is going to be there, is going to also give us greetings from the level of the government of Liberia. And we'll have the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice, who happens to be the most senior lawyer in the Republic. The Chief Justice, on behalf of the Supreme Court of Liberia, is going to be giving us complimentary greetings and challenging us as lawyers and also as a bar to be more vigorous and to assist the court in ensuring that the practice of law is done more efficiently and effectively. On Saturday,
Well, as the practice goes, obviously the assembly is opened by an opening remarks by the president himself.
Yeah.
And this president and leadership is also very interested in bringing to the full line young aspiring lawyers, and on that basis, and not just young aspiring lawyers, but also ensuring that a respect for gender equality is upheld to the maximum. And on that basis, the keynote speaker for for this weekend's event, the 4th to the 5th, will be a relatively young, but an astute lawyer, a prominent lawyer in person of Councillor Charlie Bronskin. So she will be serving as the keynote speaker. And of course, this is not just a gender thing, but it also brings to light the need to bring to prominence the young people. And she is kind of a relatively young person.
Okay. Yes, that is great. But you mentioned a theme earlier, and I said, well, that is a strong theme. You want to give us why that theme at this time?
The team, and I want to restate the team. The LMBA and the fight against corruption, strengthening accountability in the justice sector. Corruption has become a national issue everywhere, even in the justice sector. People speak about corruption, and this is the time to evaluate our own activity as a segment of the justice sector. We want to assess ourselves. We want to clean up ourselves. We want to streamline our activities, because ultimately, when people are brought to account and they are brought to be prosecuted for corruption, they are heading to the justice sector. And the Bible says there's a portion in the Bible that emphasizes that if you will take the speck from an eye, you must be in a position to clean the crush from your own eyes. So this is an opportunity, a perfect opportunity for us to evaluate ourselves, see where there are semblance of corruption, streamline those places, and then try to straighten up ourselves in order to position us to evaluate others. So this is a perfect time to look at our own activity and see where there are lapses in the justice sector and try to correct those lapses. So that is the essence of this team. We want our country to go forward, and we've come to the point to understand that corruption has become one of the menaces that have stalled the growth and development of our country, and we want to start from ourselves as lawyer and legal practitioners.
So in simple Liberian parlance, we can say, clean the coal from your eye before you tell the next man to clean the coal from your eye. And this is a mantra that this leadership has come to power on. You may recall that at the opening of the Supreme Court, this bar president was speaking, and he specifically, while responding to the Chief Justice, specifically called for, yes, you may want independence of the judiciary and all the financial autonomy, but also you should be open up to the issue of accountability. So it starts from that particular point, from the get-go. He's calling on the Chief Justice and the judiciary to be open up to audit and accountability. So it's like starting with your very self before you have to go out there. We are seeing in the justice sector, if we must be seen as the eye, as we must be seen as the conscience of the society, ourselves must come with clean hands before we start to now say, oh, here, this, that, and the other. So yes, we are concerned of cleanliness in the judiciary, we are in the entire justice system.
Okay. Yes, that's good. And like I said, it's a strong thing, and we hope that the speeches that will be delivered, including that of the President, Councillor Bonavama, we will follow up and see how we can also play our part in reporting on some of these issues. But you mentioned the fees for counselors, attorneys, and law students. Does these fees come with benefits? What will they be getting besides participation? Are they getting any kind of package?
Sure. There's a package presently at the LMBA headquarters.
Okay.
As soon as you pay your fees, you collect your package. The package is precisely for the convention. You pay your fee at the bank. We have the international bank window at the LMBA headquarters, where the fees are paid. You take your bank slip, just go into another room, meet our cashier, get an official receipt, LMBA receipt, and then you just go to the next room, the conference room, and get your package for the entire convention. One aspect of the package is the wear, the t-shirts, the cap for Saturday event. We want to de-stress a bit. Saturday is a time to release the stress. Lawyers work 24/7. Lawyer work 24/7. So Saturday is the time for us to interact. And socialize a bit. We're going to commence Saturday's activity with a parade from the LMBA headquarters on Ashmont Street, opposite the Centennial Pavilion. We're going to start out with a parade. The AFL marching band is going to pick us up from that point, and we're going to I consider that as illegal exercise. We're going to exercise a bit, walk,
You call it what?
celebrate.
Illegal exercise?
Legal
Oh,
exercise
legal
for lawyer.
exercise.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to exercise a bit from that headquarters. It's a long distance, from Ashmont Street all the way to the
Twenty
Temple of
pounds of
Justice.
people over now.
Yeah, but Bonavama is going to head up Paris, as a matter of fact. Bonavama is going to be accompanied by the Chief Justice, the Associate Justices. They're all going to be there, and it's an interesting time.
And we're going to end up with the band to the Temple of Justice, where we'll have some other sessions. And that day on Saturday will be closed by a sporting event, and we're concluding modalities to have a regular competition with the Medical and Dental Association. I'm understanding that that is nearing completion, and I mean, you may want to go and watch. Come and see Councillor Bonavama. Come and see this SG. Come and see even Councillor
So that one game you are
Tewon
coming play?
Gonglo. It's a 90-minute. What you call one game? It's a 90-minute game.
Okay.
And I mean, you will see lawyers that you think only know how to read overnight and spend all the night of reading and they're playing good football. Playing good football to match that of Ronaldo or maybe Messi.
Oh, very good.
And don't forget, it's not only football. We're gonna be doing kickball as well. I mean, the doctors, the female doctors are coming over and gonna be meeting people that our vice president, the chief justice, associate justices are gonna be there, and you're going to see real kickball at its best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that is important. Again, if you're joining us, we have a team from the Liberian National Bar Association, Councillor Elijah Fakir and Attorney Gilbert are here this morning talking about the upcoming assembly that will be hosted at the Temple of Justice during this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So yes, we're talking about it. Law school students, attorneys, and law counselors are all urged to form part of this assembly with a feast. But that's good. We always do this whenever the bar have an event coming up. They will always come out to provide the information. So, what are the takeaways from this assembly? What do you expect after the assembly?
After the assembly, we expect added knowledge. Added knowledge. And let me say this with emphasis. Let me say this with emphasis. One of the topics that we have highlighted for this assembly is the establishment of a specialized land court in Liberia. We're going to be looking at the structural analysis, the legal perspective. You know, land issue have become an issue of national concern. During the opening of the civil law code, I listened to the presiding judge, the assigned judge, Judge Smith.
Yeah.
Judge Smith emphasized that injectment action, which has to do with land, have crowded the docket of the court.
Mhm.
We have land conflict everywhere. We have dubious land transaction. Even in the face of the law that has to do with dubious land transaction, people are still brave enough to sell land to 3, 4, 5 persons. That have gotten the concern of the bar.
Okay.
And more besides, we see the prolonged adjudication of land cases. Too many land cases, very few are adjudicated within a 10 period. And the judge recommended that there should be a specialized court to deal with only land matter. We're going to start the discussion effective Friday. And we're going to outline the framework, the legal analysis, the professional perspective. And we have invited a land expert, Mr. NSCB Jones. He's a veteran surveyor involved in mapping and land services. He's an architectural, a specialist. We're going to get his professional perspective. And this session is going to be coordinated by one of our senior counselors, Counselor G. Moses Spiga, former president of the LMBA. We're going to dig deep into this issue and going to come up with a resolution in respect to resolving land disputes.
So additionally, on Saturday, after the parade, we'll be having an exclusive section. That section is basically intended for lawyers only. If there are any outcome for which we must bring to the public or through the media, we definitely will do that. But there are trending national issues for which we think lawyers need to deliberate on and come up with some kind of position. Or, I mean, and we're going to have some veterans leading that initiative, including retired Justice Banks, Phillips is Banks, and as well as Councillor Siri Jones, who is also a professor of constitutional law. You know, the legal profession is, if I wouldn't say the most prestigious, is also very concerned with peace and security. So when there are issues affecting the peace and security, when there are issues affecting the country in general, it should raise the concern of even an attorney, because that's the only profession. One goes by everything sees that you don't make a dime, you don't benefit anything. I mean, the medical people will say, yeah, when they are shooting gun, people get wounded, they will bring them to the hospitals. So, but I mean, as lawyers, you sit at home, you become just a lecturer, you become just. So we do not want our country to reach that level. So there will be an exclusive section, just lawyers. We're going to put everybody outside and have some discussion on key pertinent national issues to help sustain our nation, peace, and the security of our country.
Okay. Yeah, so we will make this interactive, open the lines and interact with members of the public and our audience, people who are following the show this morning. Again, we're talking about the upcoming assembly of the Liberian National Bar Association. Call us to participate this morning on 0770 0770-202579. That's the number you can call to participate on the show this morning. We have lawyers here this morning. So yes. So as we await the calls, what is the current bar's leadership take about this ongoing, even though uh, even though the Supreme Court has just entertained arguments on a bit of information filed by the embattled Speaker Kofa, but this entire saga, I mean, what is the bar's own take on it?
At the SDA is both senior, so he will speak to that. But I'm sure you will touch on the issue of sub judice. But anyway, let me hear it.
Yeah, the legal profession is one of the highly regimented profession around the world. Whenever matters are before the court, it is improper, it is inappropriate to speak to that matter. I think our law forbids that. We see that both parties have argued before the court, I think sometimes in that last week. And we are very optimistic that the Supreme Court is going to give an opinion in that matter in the not too distant future. It will be inappropriate for us to come and speak to issues that are pending before the court. But be it as it may, we know that our court is going to do its best to stabilize this country, to ensure that the rule of law prevail, and we know that the right thing is going to be done.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me say this with respect to our practice of law. We want to talk about quacks lawyer, people that are not lawyers and are in our courts. In Liberia, if you want to be a lawyer, go to school, go to law school. There is no apprenticeship in our law practice. If you love the profession, go to law school, learn the law, and come and practice law. Our law forbids the illegal practice of law. There are people in our magistrate court, and I want to be specific this morning. Magistrates are listening to me. If you are listening to me, magistrate, do not allow anybody to practice before you that is not a lawyer. And I want to speak to our people, our Liberian people. Do not give your case to anybody that is not a lawyer. If you are not a lawyer, you are not allowed to practice law in this jurisdiction. The Supreme Court and the Liberia National Bar Association will fight people that are not lawyers and are in our courts. And we want to caution magistrates. You have no authority whatsoever. That is a violation of our law to permit quacks, unlicensed lawyer, in addition to quack, unlicensed lawyer to appear before you and practice. These are things that undermine the dignity and the integrity of our courts. These are people that blundered, they erred, they spoil people cases, and make the court to appear as though it's a corruption, it's a den of corruption. They go to people and take money and say the judge said I'm gonna carry the 1 year. You had to put it together because the judge wanted 1 year. They had that discussion, exploit the Liberian people and take money from them with the impression that they're going to give it to the judge. We want to discourage that. Our Liberian courts are places that are set apart for the adjudication of cases and only prepare people that go to law school and are licensed by the LMBA supposed to practice in our course.
Okay.
So to our ordinary people, we say, how do you vet a lawyer? How do you get a lawyer? We know sometimes people may give different perceptions.
I'll join you shortly.
Themselves a lawyer because they sat around the court before. The first thing you need to do is to find out, are you a licensed lawyer? Everyone is supposed to carry a license, and I mean, it's a risk of giving your case to someone who is a non-lawyer because the probability of even going up and the entire decision may be reversed. So you spend months on your case and it goes up to a higher court and they send it down because the person who represented you was not a lawyer. So you don't want to take that risk. Always try to verify it and be sure that the person you are dealing with is not just a lawyer, but it's a licensed lawyer.
So what are things you need to find out?
So first of all, find out, is this person a lawyer? Do you have a license to practice law within the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia? I mean, by having a lesson, meaning you are in good standing with the bar has issued a license, and then you can display that lesson. The lesson has a number on it. So I mean, like that, it saves you everything. It saves you your
Okay.
balance. It saves you your time.
Let's talk a little bit with the public. So call 0770-202579, 0770-202579, and 0771-53265, 0771-53265. Let's take this first caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Ma'am Marie from Ominga.
Okay, Mama Marie, go ahead.
Yes. Thanks for the video get. But I have a question. I hope that the bar president, whatever, will add a question, they will carry it to the bar president. We appreciate our lawyers there in Nigeria very well. But what and the bar be established? What is the mini company that they are open for this Nigerian? When we go into case, I said here I'm a veteran of it. Yeah, when we go into case, they will free for the aliens and damage their country there because we don't have money. So what happening to Babu? What the bad we about it? The Chinese are damaging our country. What the bad is we about it? The time, Ravi Highway. The black is going.
What are doing that? You're talking about illegal mining activities?
Yes, it's also this. It's our country. This is our country.
Yeah, they about advocacy organization too, so they need to advocate for the Liberian people. Okay, Mama Marie, thank you for joining us. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, good morning to the well-learned counselor.
Mm-hmm.
My name is City this morning. Council, let me appreciate you today by giving all the importance of who can be lawyer and they are not lawyer. Today you are seeing most of our cases today, we don't want to go to court because you go to court and the end you lost a case, you know how you qualify a competent lawyer. And council, one concern is if you are a potential lawyer and pay for those services, at the end you will pay for your case, the lawyer say, oh, I don't have gas, I don't have the other people and everything. What is the willpower that we need what the cost who claim to be a real lawyer to advocate our cases today? Thank you so much.
Okay, you mean how you can get to the bar and how the bar can treat these kind of situations? Yes, okay. Ahmed Hamad there from Kakata, Margibi County. Let's take this caller coming through. Oh, this person slipped off 0770202579. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to the studio guest. This is Alvin Cook from World Music. What concern to the studio guest? There's a school in the building in Thomas called the James APS School. Sometimes people go for 9 months or maybe 1 year. And when you graduate, you got a master's. My question to the student guest, those people that are graduating or do people that are graduating from the school, are they not qualified to maybe plea or to go in front of the Supreme Court because those are the same people that seem to draw court.
Well, only councillor can go in front of the Supreme Court.
But no, the court.
Yes, maybe in front of the magistrate court or other courts.
The lawyers will let me take in front of the plea cases.
All right. So your question is whether people.
I didn't qualify to go to Supreme Court.
Okay, they will answer you. But to my little bit of knowledge, only councillors can plead before the Supreme Court. Good morning.
Morning, Marka. And let me say morning to the councillors in Syria. Let me say good morning to the people of Nima County. My name is Chief Mentor. They are joining from Markibi.
Okay.
Marka, I'm listening to the councillors in Syria. Yeah, they spoke very well. Let me wish them whatsoever they are going to do. But of course, especially regarding to this land issue. Marka, my brother, I'm saying this for free. We're not praying for this, right? But the next.
Mentor, are you there? Oh wow, the part of my giving you are you having problem with network? Yes. Go ahead. You went off.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Continue. You went off.
Yeah, I'm talking about the land issue. It's not good, and the next class will be land issue. They are doing it over and over, selling land. So I think there's a need that the government or councillors can look into it.
Okay. Yes, I think they are advocating for establishing a special court that will be exclusively looking into land matters in the country. So we can take at least two more calls, 0770202579, or just one if we have. We'll take it, or else we just go over to the guest to respond to some of the issues raised by the callers. Yes, Chief. Council.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead. You can
Okay.
respond to some of the callers.
So let me start, and my colleague will continue. Let me start by responding to the to one Arvin that made reference to the James AAPA Judicial Institute. That institute was organized by our Supreme Court to train associate magistrates. These associate magistrates must be college graduate and must attend the James AAPA Judicial Institute for a period of not less than a year. I think sometimes they go 1 year, 8 months, or 1 year, 6 months. Now, the training is specific, it's intensive, and it is for the purpose of being an associate magistrate. Now, if you take that portfolio and you are assigned, you are limited to being an associate magistrate forever. If you want to excel, you must get admitted at the law school. No associate magistrate from the James AAPA Judicial Institute supposed to serve as a lawyer. You are limited to serving as an associate magistrate. I heard him talk about they should give them opportunity to appear before the Supreme Court. No, that's not possible. Even attorneys don't appear before the Supreme Court. Only counselor and law appear before the Supreme Court. We agree with the last caller that made reference to the fact that land matter has become a national issue. We agree with you. And that is precisely why the bar had decided to have this exclusive discussion and going to therefore thereafter advocate for the establishment of a specialized court to speed up the adjudication of land issues.
So to the caller who talked on the farmer who specifically talked on payment of gas and whatever to quack lawyers and what can be done. So the thing is, you have the macro in your hand, you have the authority in your own hand. Do not just go around the courts and see anybody who proposes to be a lawyer and you repose that confidence in them. And they will start to bring out a lot of demand. A good lawyer will not ask you for gas. A good lawyer, a licensed lawyer, a lawyer who has gone through the regiment, the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law or whatever law school and is admitted to practice, is in good standing, will not go asking you for gas. All of those things will be embedded in the what they call the legal fees. Even if you cannot afford a full legal fee, there's a way they can provide you pro bono services, and there's an arrangement to cover the issue of your gasoline and what have you. But if you deal with quack lawyers, like I said, you'll be doing it at your own detriment. They will exploit, they will get more from you, and you will get less from them. And the worst part of it is that you stand to lose because eventually if the case goes up to a higher court or even the Supreme Court and it's realized that this person who practiced from the inception was not a licensed lawyer, you may just fulfill whatever judgment and it comes right back down to status quo ante, and you don't want to do that. The first old man who called talked about the bar president is not here. The bar president is here by the representation of the Secretary General. The Secretary General is the chief scribe. He is the full representation of the president. In fact, the entire team represents the fact that the president is here. So your message of having the bar getting involved in different advocacy, obviously, yes, the bar is I would say the biggest civil society organization. Concerns of different things, but are issues that the bar should not just rush to speak. It's like the elder in the community. You don't just rush to talk into everything. You try to do all of the calculations and be sure that when you speak with wisdom, like an elder. So that's the rule of the bar. You have this information, let us know, let the bar know, and the bar can do all of that due diligence and come up with position on issues affecting members of the society. So I will begin, and the SG is the biggest man, so I had to allow him to close up. Let us encourage all lawyers to attend this assembly. I mean, the assembly is not. I mean, it's a call to duty. You are required to attend the assembly. It's just little or nothing. But you pay your $75 as an attorney, as a law student, like the SG said, you tend to get a hands-on approach and knowledge of how the bar operates as a student of law. As an attorney, of course, is a prerequisite to obtaining your lesson, and of course, as a counselor at law. But besides, it comes with a lot of things, not just your interconnection, but you learn so much so from the bar assembly. So this is something that is dated not to today. It is not this president that is imposing this, that is bringing this out. It has been here forever, and we're just supposed to continue in such tradition. I mean, acknowledging all of us to come on Fridays at the Temple of Justice, pay our fees first, come Friday at Temple of Justice, and Saturday there again, and conclude with the sporting events at the Barclay Training Center.
Thank you. We want to close by saying, join us this coming Friday and Saturday at the Temple of Justice, the ground floor hall, for our National Assembly. We'll be there, be discussing national issue and issue that concern our professional organization. Thank you, and we wish you well.
Okay, thanks ever so much for coming. There are Councillor Elisha T. Fakir, Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association, and a member of the bar's publicity team for the upcoming assembly. Attorney Marka Gebet is being here, bringing us update on the upcoming assembly of the Liberian National Bar Association taking place this weekend at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Well, thanks to all of you who have joined us this morning, whether by radio or by Real TV Online. Let me say a special birthday treat to one of our silent listeners who have been following the Truth Breakfast show for 5 years now. His name is Domite. Domi, he loves to call himself Bao Domi. That's how he calls himself, but he's following the show. This morning we want to say happy birthday to you. But your birthday on April 1, people think that April Fool. But thanks for always following us. And he's also a fan of the great Mate FC Barcelona. Yes, my name is Marka Davis. O'Neill Roberts has been here also. We'll be here tomorrow again with fresh edition of the TBS. Have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.